Remember that NBA superstar who killed it at the slam dunk contest? You know, the one from North Carolina? 6'6", dude won Rookie of the Year, Hall of Famer. Wait, what? Michael Jordan? No, I'm talking about Vince Carter, whose show-stopping performance at the 2000 dunk contest breathed new life into the event and thrust the young phenom to superstardom. Once upon a time, the dunk contest, an ABA innovation that became a fixture of NBA All-Star Weekend in the mid-1980s, was both a star maker and a can't-miss event. Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, these all-time greats shaped their legacies, at least in part, through their unforgettable performances at the dunk contest. By the late 1990s, however, the dunk contest was flatlining. The game's stars were less inclined to participate. Fans were losing interest. And in 1998, 1 year after a teenage Kobe Bryant took home the crown in a decidedly underwhelming competition, the NBA scrapped the event altogether. That year, the league replaced the dunk contest with a two-ball competition featuring NBA and WNBA stars. And there was no dunk contest the following season either. That's because the 1998-99 campaign didn't start until February due to a lockout, and consequently, there was no All-Star Weekend. And seemingly, as the turn of the century dawned, the dunk contest was becoming a thing of the past. Little did everyone know, however, that the dunk contest was about to be resuscitated in epic fashion, courtesy of one of the game's emerging superstars. See, as the lockout-shortened 98-99 campaign got underway, a fresh-faced rookie started making some serious noise in the unlikeliest of places: Toronto. The Raptors had mostly been an afterthought since their inception in 1995, but their fortunes, and really the history of the franchise, changed dramatically with the arrival of Vince Carter. Toronto had acquired Carter in a fateful draft day trade in '98, with Toronto sending their 4th overall pick, Anton Jamison, to Golden State for Carter, the 5th overall pick. Those two youngsters, as it happens, had been teammates at North Carolina, but while Jamison was unquestionably the more dominant force in college, it was Carter who took the NBA by storm, because this dude could throw down. Carter's dunking ability was off the charts from day one, and this explosive, impossibly athletic rookie quickly found himself making highlight reels on an almost nightly basis. He could fly, hence the nickname Air Canada. Simply put, he was a sensation, a player so captivating that he forced the hockey city to turn on the basketball game and eventually forced the basketball world to take the Raptors seriously. Ultimately, between his high-flying heroics and comparably impressive mid-range game, Carter averaged more than 18 points per game in 98-99, cruising to Rookie of the Year honors with 113 of a possible 118 first-place votes. As auspicious as his rookie campaign was, though, it was in his second season that Carter cemented himself as a bona fide NBA superstar. Not only because he averaged almost 26 points per game and led the Raptors to their first ever winning season and playoff appearance, but largely because of the show-stopping performance he delivered during All-Star Weekend. See, not long after Carter burst onto the scene, the NBA decided to revive the slam dunk contest. As then Commissioner David Stern explained, the players had expressed interest in bringing it back. And it probably won't surprise you to learn that one of those players was Vince Carter, who told GQ in 2024, "They didn't have to ask me. I wanted to be part of the dunk contest." And with Carter on board, more young stars followed, including Jerry Stackhouse, Steve Francis, and most notably, Carter's cousin and Raptors teammate Tracy McGrady, who reluctantly agreed to participate only because Vince wouldn't stop bugging him.
And he was like, "Come on, man, get in."
Right.
I'm like, "For what? Why I'm getting in? I'm not gonna come in first. What I'm getting in for?" It's like, "Come on, T-Mac, man, come on, get in. It'd be good for us." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to get in." We kept going back and forth for weeks on this.
T-Mac was right, because nobody could hang with Carter, who proceeded to turn in one of the most jaw-dropping performances in dunk contest history, a showing often credited with reviving the competition. Now, to be clear, McGrady and Francis and all those other guys, they threw down some sick dunks at the arena in Oakland. It's just that Carter was on another level. In fact, his first dunk of the evening, a 360 windmill, earned him a perfect score of 50.
And here is Vince Carter with his first shot. Let's go home. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home.
I mean, those reactions say it all, don't they? None of the other contestants, by the way, scored higher than 45 on their first dunks. As for Carter's second dunk, it earned him a 49. So I guess I should explain how the scoring worked, right? Each of the 6 contestants would get to do 3 dunks in the first round. The combined score of their best 2 dunks would comprise their total score for the first round. And the 3 contestants with the highest total scores after the first round would advance to the finals. 2 dunks in other words, Carter's score was 99, 1 point shy of a perfect first round. But if you thought he wasn't going to end his first round at 100, you haven't been paying attention.
The weight room, so he's stitched up in the left hand doing all this.
Oh, good enough. It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
The judges are coming over the table to congratulate Vince Carter. This is unheard of.
Oh my goodness.
If that isn't the greatest dunk in the history of the dunk contest, it's certainly the greatest moment in the history of the dunk contest. In fact, that dunk and the ensuing reaction from Carter were so amazing that may well be the most indelible moment from Carter's 22-year Hall of Fame NBA career. And in that moment, it was just as clear to Carter as it was to everyone else. It was over. With his perfect first round score of 100, Carter advanced to the finals, but neither McGrady nor Francis were any match for half man, half amazing. For his first of 2 dunks in the finals, Carter stunned the crowd and his peers with the so-called honey dip that earned him another 50.
Carter with his first on the final round. Ladies, wait, time out. Can I take a timeout? Have we ever seen that before? Can I take a timeout?
Even frickin' Batman couldn't believe what he just saw, and he's Batman. For their part, neither T-Mac nor Francis came within 5 points of Carter on their first dunks of the final round, which meant that Carter could have essentially done a layup for his final dunk of the evening and still taken home the crown. Instead though, he capped his mesmerizing night with an homage to past dunking greats, taking off from almost the foul line and soaring to victory. That final dunk, by the way, earned him a 48, which meant that out of a possible score of 200 for the night, Carter finished at 198. But for all intents and purposes, it was a perfect night. Basketball's most exciting young dunker now had the hardware to prove it, and Carter's gravity-defying efforts ultimately breathed new life into the formerly flailing competition. After all, since Carter stole the show in 2000, there hasn't been a single season where the NBA opted not to have a dunk contest. And although it doesn't have the cachet or luster it once did, it's an annual staple nonetheless. And for Carter, meanwhile, his life was never the same after that night in Oakland. His performance launched him to a new stratosphere of popularity. It also served as the foundation on which his legacy as one of the greatest dunkers in NBA history, if not the greatest dunker in NBA history, was built. And today, almost a quarter century later, there isn't a basketball fan out there who doesn't remember the night that Vinsanity became a league-wide affliction. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button.